Tippy time my damies, Top Cat here and welcome back to the channel. With today's Stoicism build, we use one dodge, one punch, and one strand shot to decimate 28 foes. This Titan build is going to center around the ideals of its Transcendent Grenade. The electric snare suspends foes, they take heavy damage over time, and this chains jolting lightning to any nearby targets. Whilst we are Transcendent, our grenades beat our melees and our melees beat our grenades. So we're going to be utilizing that Thunderclap. 80% of this build will center around that Strand and Arc synergy. We're going to be using Spirit of Contact. This adds that jolt effect to our powered melees. This will chew out those enemies while suspending them in those kinky S&M ropes. With Knockout, when we critically wound a target or break their shields, this will infuse our melee attacks with arc energy that increases our melee's range and damage for a short time. That short time, it's 8 seconds. If that's short, I'm packing a hog. JK, it's tiny. But it will give you the balls to dive right in there, as when we defeat targets with our melees, we restore health. The bigger the bad guy, the more health we get. This will also amplify us, so this pairs beautifully with that galvanic armor on the artifact, giving us a 30% damage resist whilst we're amplified. Facet of Balance puts our melees in overdrive, as when we rapidly defeat targets with light energy, like our melee, we are additionally fed melee energy. This can give us back our melee charge in as little as 7 seconds without the use of kickstarters or being transcendent. We're going to be using the Drinker's Lash. At standard, this does one wave of suspension, but we're going to build this up. Spirit of Abeyant will add 2 more lashes to trap a good 12 plus enemies at once. It's really great, but I don't like that I run full steam at foes, then pause to put down my little piddly shield. Instead, we'll use the Thruster class ability. It's got a shorter cooldown, and this creates a Bouncing Betty. This tangle will raise up off the ground and it suspends foes with a large circular detonation. This way we don't have to turn around, line up our foes with a barricade and hope that lash hits. Even better, with that Abeyant, it gives our tangle enhanced tracking. It actively seeks out our foes to suspend on. It's great in areas with lots of rubble or objects where our normal lashes would just dissipate because of all the obstructions. Our suspension is also going to create us a tangle. So if you don't have a melee, use your favorite strand weapon to shoot that tangle for a larger and more devastating explosion, thanks to that Threaded Blast perk in the artifact. Our suspension grenade will also gimp up our foes, shoot once, bye bye. The call is an easy go-to this season. Special sidearms just slay out in all activities regardless of the level. I run the strategist perk on my one so I can get that thruster back in as quick as 8 seconds. The Indebted Kindness is also a great option to run, as that Volt Shot synergizes perfectly with our mass suspension exodus. If you're comfortable running double special, you can also run both of these items at once. I soloed this Nightfall without ever running out of special ammo, as our suspension and melees do a lot of the heavy lifting. With Facet of Hope, whilst we have an elemental buff, our class ability regenerates more quickly. As we are constantly amplified, this fragment will work pretty much full time. Facet of Purpose gives us a buff from orb pickups based on our super. You can go whatever super you want, but the Glacial Quake is the best option in my opinion, as this does offer us a greater damage output, but mainly I want that Frost Armor. It maxes out at 5 stacks for a 22.5 damage resist, but with that 10-second timer, we can keep it up for longer, and every orb we continue to pick up is going to extend that timer. So with that Frost Armor plus Galvanic Armor, we've got a 50 plus DR that we constantly have up all the time, so I don't feel the need to run a Facet of Protection. Instead, I run Facet of Devotion. When we defeat foes afflicted with a stasis or strand debuff, aka our super kills and all our suspended gimp kills, we're going to be granted bonus light transcendent energy. This will help balance our light and dark meters so they hit 100 around the same time. Additionally, Facet of Honor will aid our dark transcendent energy whenever we destroy a tangle. We're using what I call the Transcendent Trinity. We've got galvanic armor, which we've already discussed, shield crush, and transference. With shield crush, as we got our frost armor, our melees charge faster and hit 25% harder. Because we're amplified full time, our grenades charge faster, and with transference, our powers swell again, giving us another 10% damage bonus to our grenades and melees. From our base melee to our transcendence melee, we see a 210% increase in strength without having to rely on exotics like Synthoceps or Worm Gods. Plus, any weapon kills feed us back both light and dark energy post transcendence, so we can loop back into another one quicker than a pullout. Pause here for all my mods, armor stats, artifact and fragments, but there will be a dim link in the description down below. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm looking for a good exotic weapon to pair with this kit. Make sure to thumb it if you dug it, sub if you're new, and as always, tippy time my damies, what a tie.